Hey y'all, it's the Breeze and you're plugged into the Breeze lifestyle. If this not your first time here, you already know we locked in, friend. Either way, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you want to support your girl some more, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to see more of me, then follow me on Instagram and TikTok at TheBreeze Lifestyle 777. So y'all, I would say in about a couple weeks, I'm going to start making videos with y'all story times. So make sure if you got some crazy stories, then send them, or if you want advice, send them to askthebreeze777@gmail.com. And if you have some dating story times, baby daddy drama, or if you want some dating advice, send that to datingwiththebreeze@gmail.com. Yeah, period. So y'all, like I said, this is the last week of Breezeuary, and I'm just like, I gotta go hard. My goal is to put 5 videos up, 5 story times up this week. So I will say my last 2 videos ain't been popping like they should be. As much as I'm going hard for y'all, do me a favor and go hard for me. And friend, if you always comment, do me a favor. Can we be best friends? Can you give me 2 or 3 comments? Like comment, push enter, comment again, push enter. I don't care if it's the same thing, but YouTube is a bot, so it really don't know. It really don't matter what y'all putting up there. But the more comments, the more likes, the more views, it's gonna help your girl get up through there, okay? So anyway, y'all, this is gonna be a story time about how this dude had a baby on me. And really, he had 2 babies on me, but let's go ahead and get right into the story time. So this is gonna be towards the beginning of my journey down here in Atlanta. So just to kind of like, if you are new here and you don't really know, and it's a little new information for people anyway, but I'm from Delaware, but my family is from Virginia, right? So basically, moving down here to Georgia, it was me, my mom, and my son, and my whole family was either in Virginia or Delaware. So I still have my great grandparents. So I have my grandma, and I do have my grandpa as well. But I got I won't say I know my grandpa and I'll see my grandpa sometimes, but we don't have like a strong relationship. It's all love every time we see each other, but like, you know, it's just not that strong. But my grandma and me, me and my great grandparents. I'm talking, I still have my great grandparents when I was like 23, 24. So I was very, very blessed. So basically, I was out here in Atlanta and we got the phone call that my great granny had passed away. And like, yeah, I had times in my life, I won't necessarily say that I was depressed. I don't think I was depressed. I was more like lost. Like, I just felt lost. I just felt like hurt. Like, you know, I felt pain. I wouldn't necessarily call it depressed though, you know? But it was just like dark times for me, right? So this was one of those dark times where it's just like, I had never been so far away from my family. Like, Virginia, the part of Virginia that my family lived in was about 2.5 hours away from us. We 12 hours when it comes to a drive, right? So it was just like, oh my gosh. So my mom had got the call. My mom told me, I'm like, oh my gosh. She like, listen, we leaving like tonight. Cause we used to like to drive at like 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, so we can like be energetic in the beginning of our trip and be nighttime. And then when we start to get a little tired, like it be bright, if that makes sense. Cause if you go during the day, you know, you got all these energies the first 5-6 hours, then the sun go down and you get extra tired. So we like to do the opposite. And plus there's less people on the road. But anyway, she was like, yeah, we going tonight. I'm like, all right, cool. So she was like, are you okay? My mom is asking me if I'm okay. And I'm just like, yeah, but honestly, I wasn't okay. But it's just like, how am I going to tell you I'm not okay when you, obviously, she older than me. She had a closer relationship with my great grandma than I did. But it's just like, dang, like me and my great granny, we was tight. Like she was always the type of person who just, she don't care if she know you or not. She's gonna make you a plate. She's gonna cook you some food and ask you 1,000 times if you hungry, you need something to drink. Like she's the type of grandma that you had to tell her, chill out, sit down, and feed yourself. Like because she's looking out for everybody else. And I actually used to spend summers, like before I moved in the hood, like I used to spend summers in Virginia every Thanksgiving. We was down there. Like we would at least go to Virginia 3 to 4 times a year, right? So that was my baby. And it's like, I honestly, so I never really had nobody close to me pass away. So when I was like, I want to say 7 or 8, my great grandma passed away. And I knew her, but I was young and I knew what was going on, but it really didn't impact me too much, you know? But this grandma, it's like me being older and just not, some people just so permanent in your life, you don't even think about them passing away. Mind you, she was in her 80s and she did have some health problems, but she always, since I was a kid, like she always bounced back. So I just really never expected her to pass away. I was not prepared, let's say that, right? So cool. So I just remember like getting in the shower and just like just like sitting down in the shower and just crying my eyes out. Like I just could not believe like what was going on. So I was probably in that shower for an hour just bawling my eyes out. So it was just like a real heavy time for me, you know? So that night we went to Virginia and I remember it was a Friday and my mom had already told her boss or whatever. I didn't have no job, but my mom had already told her boss, like, she has a definite family out of town or whatever. So I think she got like 5 days because she said it was her grandma, so which it was or whatever. But anyway, it was real tight. Like it was crazy. Like that, our family was tight, and my great grandma was like the glue to our family. Like literally, once she passed away, everything just started falling apart. But anyway. So we go to Virginia or whatever, and we always used to stay at her house anytime we travel. So we just stayed at her house or whatever. So I want to say it was 2 or 3 days because we had the funeral pretty fast. Like if she passed away on a Friday, they had the funeral the next Saturday, I believe. It wasn't too long after when we had the funeral. So we in Virginia, and when people pass away and then you start seeing your family and stuff, it's just like you have a good time. Both times, because my great grandpa passed away as well, like 2 years later after that. But it's like, this is my family that I don't get to see often. And after the funeral, maybe the day before the funeral, we be getting lit. Like that's how I used to be, just going somewhere. Mind you, it was a small town, so it wasn't like real big places to go and stuff like that. But it was just like, we was going to find somewhere to go that had a bar and we was going to get lit. Like that's how we dealt with our pain in the moment or whatever. Say hi. So yeah, my cousin had came to the house or whatever. So he was asking me like, what I was planning to do tonight or whatever. Cause actually it had to be more than 2 or 3 days because the funeral was on Saturday. This was Friday. So he was asking me like what I was planning to do. And I'm like, oh, I ain't really got no plans or whatever. He was like, all right, cool. Like, I was telling my homeboy, he like my brother, I was telling him that my family was down and my cousins was here. And he was like, well, what's your cousin look like? So can I send him a picture of you? And I'm like, wait, show me a picture of him first. Like before you do all of that to send the picture, let me see the picture first. So he showed me a picture of him and he was a nice looking dude. He wasn't like a 10. I would say he was a solid 7.5, 8, he was light skinned, he had good hair, and he had these greenish hazelness eyes. And I was just like, oh yeah, send him hold on, let me show you what picture to send him. Let me send you a picture to send him because I know my cousin ain't got no pictures of me, but I don't know if he followed me on Instagram at this time. I don't know because he really wasn't into social media like that. But I think I sent him like 2 little pictures. Have your pick, babe. Which one you want? Because it's all me, okay? So but no. Anyway. So yeah, so I sent him a picture. So I'm telling you, we outside just to talk. So I sent him the picture and he sent it to him and he was like, watch this, watch this. So I'm like, what? I'm telling you, that picture sent, and in 30 seconds, he called my cousin. He was like, just be quiet. I'm going to put it on speaker. I'm going to put it on speaker. So I'm like, all right. So he put it on speaker. He like, yo, what's up? He like, oh, where's she at? Where's she at? Where's she at right now? Y'all trying to go out? What y'all trying to do? Like, let's go. Yeah, I want her. Like, he was so excited. And my cousin was like, calm down, calm down. I think she in for the night. She in the house. I think she in for the night. I left already. He like, yo, like, no, we got to do something. What y'all doing after the funeral? So he like, I don't know, but I'll let her know. I'll see if she'll let me give you her number. And he was like, all right, yeah, give her my number because I'm definitely trying to holler at her. So I'm like, oof, oof. Thank you, cuz. Like, I was excited because I want to say he was a little older than me. Yeah, I think he was like 3 years older than me. Now, the stereotype that I did have about this area, because I'm from the city, right? So in Virginia, it's very much country bumpkin. It's very much very little to do. So I'm just like, when he first said like his friend, I'm like, oh, now mind you, my cousin not a lame. Not to just say like because they're my family, but I got some very handsome cousins, and they all are unfaithful. Okay, so I'm just like, okay, I don't know, like, because I'm just thinking the stereotype about this place. I'm like, yeah, he probably not gonna be cute. But when I seen him, I said, okay. But then I was a little weary because I'm like, my cousin. But at the same time, like, I'm not really even on that. Like, I live all the way in Atlanta. I'm just honestly here for a good time. That's how I feel, and I just stayed high the whole time that I was even there. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like, you can give him my number. That's cool. He was asking me, like, what we doing? I'm like, I'm down with what everybody else down with. Like, whatever everybody do, like, I'm down to do whatever. So he's like, all right, cool. So you coming out tonight or you going to come out tomorrow? And I really did not feel like going out tonight. And I really wanted it to be more of, like, a group thing, more so just me, my cousin, and his friend type time. So I was like, yeah, let's just do it tomorrow. Like, I'm cool with it tomorrow. Plus, I really wanted to spend time with my family because a lot of my family had came down on that Friday. So it was like a lot of people in the house or whatever. So I'm like, yeah, let's just do it tomorrow. That's cool with me. So cool. So the next day come, we go to the funeral, boo-hoo, tears, tears, everybody sad. But you know how it go. Like after the funeral, you go to the house, you eat the food, and you be cool. So that's where we was really making our plans, like what we doing later on tonight, whatever. So I'm the little cuz, okay? So I really don't have no skin in the game. I'm just down, like I said, with whatever everybody else down with, right? So the cousins that's from there, they really the ones that's like, y'all want to go to here, y'all want to go to there. Nah, I don't think it's lit tonight. Da, 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 whatever. So cool. So we end up picking or they end up picking somewhere for us to go. But everybody already lit, mind you. A lot of people came to the funeral drunk. I'm not gonna lie. I was sober because of my situation. Like nobody really. Well, my mom knew, but my grandma and my son ain't know I was blowing on trees, so it was hard for me to do it like early in the morning, and I would have, but I was just like, nah, like I want to be a rock for them. So anyway, cool. So once the funeral was over, everybody came back to the house, everybody drinking. I'm with my cousins, the ones that blow, we blowing, like whatever. So cool. So they plan out everything and we like, all right, cool. We're gonna leave at this time from the house. Like everybody meet back here and then we're gonna go to the spot or whatever. So before my cousin, we just gonna call him the main cousin I'm talking about is the only cousin I'm talking about. So we just gonna call him cousin. So my cousin came up to me like, all right, I told my homeboy that we coming, so you better come out. I'm like, yeah, I'm rocking out. Like, like, is he gonna meet us there or he like, nah, he gonna meet us here. I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna get dressed. I'm gonna be cute. Like all right, cool. I just need to understand like if I was going to be there with him or like how it was gonna go. So anyway, so time go. Let's say we were supposed to meet up at 7. So my cousin comes at 6, and he like, hey, like come outside. So I'm like, okay. Good thing I was already dressed. But yeah. So I go outside and his friend is there. And when I tell you, his friend looked good. Like his friend had like a nice car. Cause that's one thing, like them country dudes, like, cause this cousin I'm talking about, like he got a lot of kids, but he worked really, really hard and he don't play no games. Like he work hard and he, like most dudes down there, they really don't do too much, but they care about their car. Like, so he got a nice car too. And this dude was the same way. Like he really worked hard and he had a nice car. So my cousin, he don't smoke, he don't drink. But oh boy, he do both or whatever. So we're just gonna call him Light Bright, okay? So Light Bright, I see him and I was just like cheesing, like I couldn't help myself. I was a little lit by this time. I couldn't help myself. I'm just like, hey, like how you doing? And my cousin, mind you, my cousin being player for me, like putting his homeboy on speaker so I could hear all this. But as soon as I come out and I'm smiling, he like, look at you smiling, like trying to clown me. I'm like, yo, like stop playing, because now I'm smiling even harder. So he like, yeah, like, here go my boy. Like, I'm gonna leave y'all alone. I did the connection. Now I'm out of it. Mind you, me and the homeboy, I forgot to say, we did text. Like, I gave him my number, and I told my cousin he could give him my number, and he did text me like the night before, like, my name is Light Bright, how you doing or whatever. And I'm like, oh, I'm good. He was like, oh, I seen your pictures, they beautiful. Here goes some pictures of me, da, da, da. So we were just having like small conversation or whatever. So cool. So he like, my cousin like, I'm out of it. I did my connection. You in good hands with him, because he know not to play with me, like, And he was like, this my cousin, she dope. You better not play with her, da, da, da. Whatever, cool. So then he leave. So he asked me, Light Bright was like, you blow? I'm like, for sure. Like, he like, all right, cool. Like, you want to get in the car? Like, So I'm like, all right, cool. So I get in the car with him. He playing music, and he asked me if I wanted to play music. And I was like, I indeed do. I was heavy on Drake at that time. And he liked Drake too. So it was a perfect match from the beginning. We were just perfect together. So he rolling up, and he gave me some tree to roll up. He like, yeah, like, we out tonight. Like, I'm ready to be outside. Like, I'm excited to meet you. Like, he told me that he had a cousin. I was like, let me see her. And I just was like, wow, like, she is like nothing I ever seen before, da da da. And I just know, like, we about to have a good night. I got a bottle. You drink this. And I'm like, yeah, I do. Like, he actually had Crown, but he just had regular Crown. But I'm not going to be picky, because I've been drinking Crown Apple all day. So it's like, yeah, I'll do that. So cool. So we just drinking, rolling, end up blowing or whatever. And now it's like 7:00. People starting to pull up. Now, mind you, I had already put my mom on game. My baby cool. He with his great grandpa. He with his grandma. Because my mom going out with all of us. But my grandma, she don't, of course, obviously, she don't do that. But my mom is with the shenanigans. Like, we as family, it's like, it's sad, but it be the sad times that really bring us together. So yeah, so cool. So yeah, so we out there, and my family is kind of passing, and my family, it's a small town, so my family all know this car, and they all know who this is. So it's like my cousins would come or whatever, my boy cousins be like, hey, yo, Light Bright. Then they be like, Breeze, Breeze, what you doing in there? Like, that's my cousin, Light Bright. So they like, saying little stuff or whatever. And then my other cousin, the main cousin, would come out, or he would be around. He'd be like, nah, they cool. I already told them, whatever, cool. So I'm just like, now mind y'all, I don't have no big brothers. I ain't grow up with my dad or nothing like that. So my big cousin's like really doing this is really making me feel so special. Like, I'm really feeling like I'm really with this dude. He really like lit to me. When you first meet somebody and they cute and they look like they got a little motion, it's like, all right, cool. Like, and you intoxicated. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm just in a great vibe. Like, I told y'all I was in a little funk. I was in a little dark time, but now I'm feeling good. Like, cause it's like once you have the funeral, not to say that just eases all your pain, but it's like, all right, cool. Like, I just got some of a weight off of my shoulder, like, from hearing she passed away and actually having to be there and see her body and deal with it. And now that's over. It's like, I'm going to always remember my grandma. I'm going to always love her. But tonight, we turning up for my grandma, okay? So anyway, cool. So we in there. We literally didn't end up leaving till like 8:00. So my mom was asking me if I was riding with her. And I was like, nah, like, because he had asked me if I wanted to ride with him. And I'm like, cool, like, because I know why not? Because my mom, okay, how do I explain it? Where we was going, some of my family that wasn't from around here was at a hotel that was close to the place that we was going, and this was like 45 minutes away from my grandma's house. So let's say they was 30 minutes away from my grandma's house, and my mom, this is the older crowd, so my mom wanted to go hang out with them, and they was all gonna come to the place, right? Or I don't think all of them was coming to the place, but I know she wanted to go hang out with them. So she asked me, she was leaving a little early, and he had already asked me if I was gonna ride with him, and I was like, cool. So I let her go take the car or whatever, and I was like, I'm gonna ride with him. So it get time to leave. My cousins had end up, I think we had went in my cousin's car first and like hotbox or whatever. And yeah, so my cousin's kind of still grilling him a little bit, like, yeah, like we about to have a good time. Don't play with my cousin. Like you better show her a good time, show her a good time. And cuz you already know. So yeah, I'm just feeling like, yeah, I'm just feeling like a little princess, and my brothers don't play about me. So anyway, so cool. So we go to the spot. When I tell y'all, I am not the type of person that needs a big crowd to be at the club. I don't really go to the club no more. But back then, yes, I would like to go to a club with a big crowd. But we in Bumble, so it's like I'm not expecting it to be a big crowd, but it's like 20 of my family members. So I don't care if it's nobody in there. Like we about to go in here and have a good time, and a good time we had. Okay, I ain't spent no money. If Lightbright wasn't buying me drinks, my cousin was buying me drinks. I ain't had to roll none of my own tree, because if Lightbright wasn't rolling tree, my cousins was rolling tree. I was just like, and I told y'all that I used to go to the tree with my problems. So I just felt like good. Like we was just having a good time. So fast forward, we all there, we all having a good time. I'm not gonna go into too much detail or whatever, but some family drama ended up happening. And it just like kind of ruined the night or whatever. So Lightbright, like I said, know everybody. So he was just like, yo, like, are you okay? Like, that's crazy. Like, whatever. Because we leaving, and obviously I'm riding with him. So I'm like, yeah, like, it's cool. It's just like, this not what we supposed to be doing. I'm just already knowing that our family is falling apart. Like, literally not even 24 hours after our grandma is in the grave, and my family is literally, like, she literally was the glue of our family. And now all this stuff is coming out. Like, it's just too much or whatever. So he did ask me, like, yeah, like, because he literally lived less than 5 minutes away from my grandparents' house. So he asked me, like, I know you probably don't want to go back to your grandma's house with all of your family, like, with all this going on. Do you want to stay at my crib? Like, no funny stuff. Like, I ain't trying to do nothing or nothing, but we could just keep drinking, blow down, like, whatever. So I'm like, yeah, like I'm telling you, like all night I was feeling him, like we was having a good time. It was very much because all my cousins was there, so I wasn't like dancing on him or nothing like that. But we was having a good time, and like he always kept checking on me, and it was a vibe. Like while we was in the car, we vibed to the same type of music. We had good conversation. It was never a dull moment. Like I was really enjoying myself with Lightbright. I don't care if I just met him a few hours ago. Like yes, I will come to your house. So we get to his house or whatever, and he was like, can you wait in the car for like 10 minutes? Like, I just want to straighten up. Like, and honestly, that is not a red flag to me, because I don't expect my man to keep his house tip-top shape. I don't want him to have roaches and have food and stuff all over the place, but sometimes dudes just aren't as organized. Shoot, sometimes I'm not all the way organized. So I appreciate him. First impressions is everything. Not wanting me to see how he left his house, especially like when you getting dressed to go somewhere. Like sometimes you just be trying on different outfits and you don't put everything back where it's supposed to be. So when I came back, he had some candles lit. His house smelled good. Everything was pretty much in order. I didn't really see the living room too good, because it's like the room light was on and we went straight to the room. Everything else was dark. So cool. So I had to go to the bathroom. The bathroom was clean, like, so and I know in that 10 minutes he ain't just clean that bathroom like that. But anyway, cool. So everything was good. So we in the room, whatever, and he like rolling and we blowing down. And he just like, how you feeling? Like, I know a lot has going on. Like, how you feeling? And I was just like, honestly, I'm really glad that I met you. Like, I don't know how I would have got through this night with everything, because I didn't know all this was going to happen. But all of this on top of my grandma, me trying to like understand my feelings and get through this, like I don't know how I would have done this without you. And he was like, oh my gosh, like he was just like, wow, like because he actually had lost his parents or whatever, so he had told me that or whatever. So I just was like appreciative that he was there for me, and like he was like really taking care of me, looking out for me or whatever. So cool. So y'all, when I always think about that one comment when the girl said, girl, I done heard about you get your cat ate. Now listen, in this Breezeary month, I have told y'all like probably 10 stories. You feel me? So I don't want y'all to think like it's happening as fast as I'm telling y'all, because this literally was in a span of 10 years. And I was a savage. I was. And I just don't know why these dudes just wanted to do that. But I don't know. I enjoyed it. So long story short, he he started like kissing on me a little bit, and I was just like, because we was laid up in the bed, and I was blowing down, and like he was like kissing on my neck or whatever, and he was like, I just want to make you feel good. So I'm just like, nah, like, you know, nah, like, you know, like, nah. He was like, you sure? And when he said, are you sure? Like, he's dang near like, he's down there, but like my pants still on and stuff, but he like, you know, looking at me like are you sure? And I'm like, I'm really not sure, because I really want to sit back, blow this tree, and get my hey, like I really want to do that. And if that's what you're trying to do, like, you know, so like I was like, no, I'm not sure. And he just like unbuttoned my pants, and I just let him do his thing, and he did his thing. He did his thing, and it's just like I was just so, mind you, I am very wavy. I'm not drunk, but I'm very wavy. Like I'm feeling real good, you know? So I just like, and it had been a minute since I had got some so I just was like, yeah, like once he got done or whatever, and he like sat next to me, I played with it for a little bit, and I was like, do you have a John, like a condom, because I'm trying to get hit. Like that's just how I felt. Like, and it was when I had touched it, that's what made me intrigued to like play with it, because it was thick and it was. So I was like, oh yeah, like shout out to Cuz. Say no. But now, like I really like wanted it, you know. He was like, nah, like nah, it ain't about me. Like it ain't about me, and I don't want you, because I was, when I say extra wavy, because like my talk was talking like, you could tell I was lit. I was not drunk. Again, I remember everything about that night. I knew everything, but you know when you real lit and you start saying something, then you mess up on your words, and it's like, like, you know, I was just very lit. So he was like, nah, like, you know, I don't want you to like regret nothing. Like, you got a lot going on right now. I just wanted to make you feel good or whatever. Like, I ain't even worried about me. And I was just like, damn. Like, so I hit him with what he hit me with. I'm like, are you sure? Like, are you sure? Because I want it. Like, that's what I want. And he was like, nah, like, we good. Like, we good. Like, let me go get you a washcloth. Da, 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 da. So I'm just like, oh, brother. I like this guy. Like, I was just like, wow, because it just very much gave, I'm not taking advantage of you. Like, I feel like because him and my cousin was so close, and I don't know what my cousin told me about. I don't know what my cousin told him about me, but me and my cousin relationship, we never text, we never talk. But when we see each other, like that dude see me grow up. Like I said, I used to spend summers out there, and he older than me, so it's always been love. So he must have really told him like, don't play with my cousin, because he really took care of your girl. I'm not gonna lie, and I low key was in love. I low key was in love, but I was already in Atlanta on my savage-ish. You dig? So cool. So we just slept. We just slept, and he like held me, like hold me tight. Like he just held me all night, and I was just like, oh my gosh. So we woke up, and you know how you wake up next to somebody that you don't really know like that, and you got morning breath. Oh, brother.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
So I just woke up and I just turned around. I'm like, oof, like I am too cute, and it is too soon for this dude to smell this morning breath. Mind you, I was drinking, smoking, all of that, so I already know my breath stink. So cool. So we wake up, and well, I woke up first, and I turned around, and he moved a little bit, and he like turned around too. So I'm like, all right, cool. I see some mouthwash in his bathroom. So I went to the bathroom. I found another washcloth, washed my face, washed my mouth or whatever. And when I came back, he was up. So I'm like, oh, like, good morning, whatever. It was a little awkward, but I'm like, good morning, whatever. And he was like, good morning, like, how you feeling or whatever. I'm like, I feel good, like, I feel good. He's like, all right, cool. Well, let me get dressed. You want to go up to breakfast? Like, I'm just like, this guy, like, this guy need to come pack it up and come to Atlanta because, yeah, like, I literally, like, yeah, you thought I was feeling you? Well, maybe I am. But yeah, so I was feeling him. So we did just that. Yes, I did not brush my teeth. All I had was mouthwash. Matter of fact, the ghetto brush your teeth when you don't got a toothbrush, you put toothpaste on your washcloth and you I did that, but I technically ain't brushed my teeth, but I mouthwash down and I did that. And no, it wasn't the same washcloth that I used to wipe my gooch. No, it wasn't. Anyway, because I know people in the comments and whatever. Anyway, friend. So yeah, so we go to breakfast and we just talking and he like, dang, because this is Sunday, so we leaving Sunday night. So he just like, dang, like I just wish I had more time with you. Like I wish I would have seen, because I told him, we talked about a lot, right? So he was like, I wish I would have seen you when you first touched down. Like, I would have definitely took more care of you. I would have definitely like spent more time with you, whatever. I'm like, yeah, like I really don't want to leave you either. So cool. We just talking, eating or whatever, and then we leave. He roll up, we blow down, and he take me back to my grandparents' house. So when he left me, when we was leaving, he was like, "Man, I think I love you." And I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, like the way I was feeling, I knew it wasn't love, but I liked him a lot. Like, and I was like, I like you real hard, like Mario. I'm like, I like you real hard. Like, I don't know. I was like, you don't love me because you don't really know me, but I really like you a lot. Like, everything about this time, like, I want to do it again. Like, I had a good time or whatever. He was like, all right, well, don't go to Atlanta and forget about me. Da, da, da. I'm like, I can never forget about you. Like, you are a core memory in my memory bank at this point. So cool. So we did end up kissing or whatever. And his lips was so like juicy and So anyway, so I just was like, woof. So it's so crazy because I know he left there and called my cousin. I know he did because like 20 minutes later, my cousin texted me like, you had a good night with a smiley face. I'm like, oh, brother. Now, okay, to his defense, I'll say my cousin seen me leave with him. So maybe he just so happened. But nah, the fact that it was 20 minutes after he dropped me off, like, I figured he probably called my cousin, whatever. So cool. So we go back to Atlanta. Cool. So me and Light Break, we just talking. Like, we on the phone, we talking or whatever. And he happens to tell me, I want to say, if we left on Sunday night, we got there on Monday. He FaceTimed me on Tuesday because I'm talking to him the whole time or whatever. Texting him, letting him know like our whereabouts, what we doing, stuff like that. So the day after we got back home, he FaceTimed me. He was asking me if I was busy or whatever. He was like, I want to talk to you. I'm like, all right, like, what you want to talk about? And he was like, I want to start this off like truthfully. I don't want to hide nothing from you. I don't want none of that, none of that, none of that. So I'm like, oh gosh, like, what are we doing? What are you talking about? What's going on? So he was like, I just want to be honest with you and let you know, like, I do have kids. And I'm like, okay, like, I got a son, like, and he was like, yeah, but I got 2 kids. So I'm like, okay. And he was like, yeah, and they 6 months. Oh, brother!
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Y'all said y'all like when I say that, so now it's living in my head rent free, okay? But yeah, so I'm just like, wait, like hold on, because baby, that's fresh. Now, mind you, he got a pass because the 2 kids is twins. So that's a pass. Okay, you had two for one special. So yeah, this man got 2 kids and they not even a year old. But I'm not gonna lie, like I already was fantasizing about our future, and I'm just like, dang, like mind you, I'm all the way in Georgia, he in Virginia, like he could have, he didn't have to tell me, like, and now that I'm older, it's like, yeah, he could have. I don't know, because we wasn't on nothing. We was just going out having a good time. Like he didn't have to tell me he had two kids. I only told him I had a child off the strength that like he seen my child, like but it's like I didn't really feel no type of way that he didn't tell me he had kids because I never asked him about his kids. Again, we was lit, we was having a good time, but I feel like he was feeling me and he wanted a future. Like we just kept talking about our goals and our dreams because I'm a dream girl. Okay, I love talking about what you thinking about, what's your plans for the future, my plans for the future. If we can't talk about that, then what is we really talking about, But anyway, so I'm just like, oh, okay. But now I got questions because it's not even about when you think about a fresh baby, it don't even be about the baby. It's about the baby mama, or for dudes, it be about the baby dad. Like the fact that you just had a baby, like what's y'all situation? So I was asking him, like, okay, so yeah, like, all right, so your baby 6 months, like where they live at or whatever. And he was like, they live with their mom, but we rotate or whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay. And he was like, he had two boys or whatever. So I'm just like, oh, all right. Like, do you want more kids? And he was like, yeah, I do. Like, not right now, but I do want more kids or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. So what's the situation with your baby mama? Like, how y'all meet each other? Da da da. So because I be wanting to know everything. Like I want to know how deep was your relationship. Because some people have baby mamas with people that they just had sex with one time, and then like they didn't use a protection or whatever. So cool. So basically, he like went to school with his baby mama or whatever. They didn't date while they was in school, but after school, whatever, they started dating, and yeah, they had a baby. They was together for like 2 years, had a baby, and she just kind of changed up on him and just this is his perspective. Baby daddies always got their own like their own story about how stuff was like played out or whatever. So he just basically telling me like she don't got no goals, she don't have no dreams for herself. Like, she let herself go, not in the sense of weight and body, but when she had her kids, like she lost her ambition, she lost her like, she don't really do nothing. She not working, like, whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool, but do y'all have a decent relationship? And he was like, we do, but we don't. Like, we don't argue, but we also don't really talk to each other. Like, it's only she let me know if they need something, or we communicate what time we picking up, whatever, whatever. But it's no he, ha, ha. Like, so I'm like, I actually love that. I actually love a copacetic co-parenting situation where y'all really don't really like each other, but y'all past the hate and it's like, cool, we got to make it work for these kids, but we not like overly cool. Like, I love that for a man if I'm dealing with him. Now, mind you, I don't mind a man having a good relationship with their baby mama, but I honestly would prefer y'all not to be friends. Like, I would prefer y'all not to hate each other. I would prefer y'all to both be healed. But it's just like, yeah, like we don't even really need to talk about nothing because it ain't even like that. I like that. So anyway, by no means am I saying that I want a man that don't take care of his kids, or a man that be dogging out his baby mom. Because I know y'all be hearing different things sometimes. By no means am I saying that. I want you to take care of your responsibility, take care of your kids without having to take care of your baby mama, or without having to be friends. Because that friendship line, it's a thin line between friends and baby mama getting their back blown out. Okay, it's a very thin line. But anyway, so cool. So we were just talking about that or whatever, and he asked me like, do you still see yourself like talking to me and see where things go, or is that like a deal breaker for you? And I just asked him again, like, are you like done with your baby mom? Like, is there a chance that y'all can get back together? And he was like, nah, like it's not a chance. Cause he didn't get into detail, but he did tell me like the way that they broke up for good is like they had a big situation, a big argument or whatever, and the things that she said about his parents, mind you, they have passed away, he would never talk to her again. Like, never be cool with her, never hump on her, never none of that. So I'm like, all right, cool. In that case, then yeah, like I would like to continue getting to know you and seeing where things go, whatever. So cool. We talking, we talking, we talking. He want to see me. I want to see him. And at this point, I was riding back and forth to Delaware. So I told him like I wouldn't mind coming back. And I should have seen that as a red flag because why is he so comfortable letting me drive 12 and a half hours by myself to come see him? Why didn't he say, you know what, baby girl, don't worry about it. Let me book your flight. Like, let me book your flight. That's what he should have said, but he didn't. And I just was a little lonely, and I just wanted to go see him again. Like, I loved, I'm telling y'all, first impressions, it's like CRACK, right? When you hit it the first time, you have an amazing high. Mind you, I don't know from experience. I just know from, when you hit it the first time, you have an amazing time. And the reason you get stuck on it or you get addicted to it is because you're chasing that first high. So that's how I used to be with men in first impressions. Like I would be holding on to how they made me feel when I first met them, even though the high ain't the same now. So by this time, I'm still on cloud nine. We ain't have no arguments. We having good conversations. We don't talk every single day, but we do talk pretty often. So cool. So, and I be on FaceTime with him and his kids and whatever. Mind you, they babies. So he be having them so I can actually see that he do have his kids. And there'd be times that we were on the phone. He'd be like, all right, I just wanted to let you know, like, I'm back home with the boys or whatever. I'm about to put them down. I'll call you back later. Like, he definitely had his father priority straight. And I love that. So cool. So we have planned for me to come back to go see him. Now, mind you, he did send me like $150 or whatever for gas and stuff like that. But I took that trip to go see that man. So when I see him, mind you, I told you the first time I see him, he ate the cat, and I wanted the pipe. Okay. So this time, I did like visit because I told you he only like 5 minutes away from my grandpa, my great grandpa. So I did visit him, but my majority of my trip was to be with Light Bright. So I was only there for like 3 days because I know I drove there. I got there like in the evening. First thing I did was stop at my pop-up house, and then I went over to his house or whatever. So the first night we blew down, we drunk a little bit, and I went to sleep. Like I really couldn't even do nothing. Not that I was there to do nothing as far as being nasty, but it's like I couldn't really function. Like I was tired, you know? And I used to blow on my way to Delaware. So whatever. Anyway. So cool. So I get there. I go to sleep after we blow down, maybe talk for like an hour or two. Cool. Wake up, he making breakfast. I'm excited because this is what I'm supposed to be waking up to every day. So cool. So he got breakfast for me. Of course, I gotta go in the bathroom first before I even say good morning to him for real. Brush my teeth, wash my face, whatever. So we eating. And before we ate, we did blow down. Like I don't really like cold breakfast, but I also do like to get hot before I eat, or I did. So yeah, so he finished breakfast up. He was almost done breakfast. He woke me up. And then I washed my face, brushed my teeth. Why am I going through all of this with y'all? I'm just trying to, like you was there, friend. So then he was done breakfast. We blew down, came back, and we ate breakfast, blew down again. He was asking me like what I wanted to do. So I'm like, I don't really care because we had already had plans for the next day for us to go to Delaware to I could never come that close to my friends, even though it was 2.5 hours away. I could never come that close to my friends and not see them. Like I always made it a point to go see my friends. So I was like, all right, we don't really got to, whatever you want to do today, it's your day. Tomorrow's my day because, I want to see my friends. So we really ain't do nothing. Like we just rode around a little bit. We went to the grocery store. We was chilling, blowing down. We're having a good time. So nighttime came, and I want to say I had told him to get the bottle because he had another bottle. He had a little personal bottle. He had got a little bottle of Crown, and I told him before we went back to the house, we're going to need some Crown apple. Put some apple on our Crown because I need that. So we got some Crown apple. Now I got a little personal. He got a little personal. We drinking. We lit. So we watching TV in his room getting lit. Cool. So he kind of tried me, trying to eat the cat. And I was like, nah, I'm not here for that. Like, I'm just here to get to know you. Like, I just want to be around you. I missed you or whatever. So he was like, I miss y'all. Like, I miss y'all. I don't want to neglect her. Like, I miss her too. I've been spending time with you all day. Like, I just want to say hi to her and, like, let her know I miss her. So they always love saying stuff like that. So please don't fall for it because I fell for it. So yeah, so I let him do his thing and then he grabbed a joint and I was like, nah. Like, because I told y'all, I was so quick to like sleep with him, like I wanted to, but in the beginning because my grandma just died, like so I was just my family falling apart. I was just, and it's crazy. Ooh, I'm dating it. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. But it was this song that came out that it was like, oh my gosh, like so cool. So so cool. So anyway, so he was trying to get the joint. I'm like, nah, like, and I start pulling up my panties because I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want that to be the gist of our relationship, like, because we wasn't in a relationship, but, whatever. So he was like, okay, like, my bad. Like, no pressure, no pressure. And I love that. Like, that made me start, like, really falling in love with him. So we just literally laid down and was cuddling and cool. So the next morning we woke up, we got ready, and we went to Delaware. And it was just so weird. I can't remember. I literally sat here before I turned on this camera and tried to remember exactly what he did. But I could not remember what he did. But we went to go see my friends, and he was just being so weird. Mind you, he drove to Delaware. So I don't know if he thought that I was going to drive there because this was my plan. But I'm like, all right, either you drive there or I'll drive there. But one of us got to drive there. One of us got to drive back. Like, I literally just drove 12 hours to come see you. I would prefer that you drive the whole way. So he was acting a little funny that morning when I told him how far it was. But when I reiterated, like, it's a 2.5 hour drive, he kind of was like, dang, like, they can't meet us halfway. Like, whatever. And I'm like, no, I would never demand my friends to come meet me halfway. Well, honestly, maybe I should have told them, hey, I'm in town, like meet me halfway, but I didn't even pitch it to them like that. It's just like, I'm from Wilmington, Delaware. We going to Wilmington, Delaware. And I also kind of just wanted to show him around and show him where I'm from or whatever. So I had a bad habit of wanting to just show ninjas where I was from. I don't know. So anyway, so I just know that we was just riding around, we was chilling. He was just being weird. Mind you, I never had a weird vibe from him. Never had none of that. He was being very much light skinned. Like he was just not that I don't know, he was just being very standoffish. He wasn't being the light bright that I had even told my friends about, like, oh, I met this dude, he's so cool. He was just being very weird. So I had to I don't know. I don't think I said anything to him while we was there because I was low key embarrassed. And it's just like, why are you being weird? So we leave. Mind you, we was only there for maybe 3-4 hours. So we leave and I just cussed him out. Like, I never seen that part of him and he never seen the side of me. I'm telling you, dudes just be so flabbergasted when they get to me to a point where I cuss them out because my mouth used to be reckless. Now, mind you, not unprovoked. I'm very much sweet. Y'all know TheBreeze. Like, I'm very much sweet, very much, but I'm very much a Sour Patch Kid. Like, don't play with me. I have a sour side and I will unleash it, okay? But yeah, so I just cussed him out, like, you being weird, like, what the F is going on with you? He like, whoa, like, I don't know what, he was so flabbergasted to what he did, and I broke it all down to him. And I was just like, after I cussed him out, he was trying to say something to me, and I remember I just turned the music all the way up, and I just was vibing. Because mind you, I'm driving now, so I'm just driving wherever. So let's say 30 minutes go by and he all up on me like, I'm so sorry. Mind you, we kissing and stuff at this point. So he I'm so sorry. He kissing on my ear and kissing on my neck or whatever and touching me in places he shouldn't be touching me because stop playing with me. And I am very much, when it comes to intimacy, I am very much an adventurous person and I like doing things and places and stuff that I ain't really never did before. So cool. So we driving down this dark back road, right? And I'm just like, what is he doing? Like he kissing. I'm like, stop. Like at this point, he keep asking me, "Are you mad at me? You still mad?" Because he apologized. I'm like, "All right, cool. Like, ain't nothing I could do about it now, right?" So he was like, "Are you still mad at me? Are you still mad at me?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not mad at you." He's like, "Okay, is she still mad at me? Is she still mad at me?" I'm like, "Boy, stop!" Like, cause he like kind of touching me a little bit, and I'm just like, "Oh my gosh!" Mind you, I think I had on like some shorts that was like flowy or something. I don't know, but he's touching me, and I feel every touch. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, stop playing. Long story short, y'all, this dude, I'm driving, and basically we figured it out where he's eating a cat while I'm driving, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, oh my gosh, like it was just whoa, like. It was just whoa. So anyway, so we finally get back to his house or whatever. So he like, let me finish my job. So he finished his job, whatever. Cool. So I was really on the fence, and I said to myself, like, if he asks for it again when he get done, I'ma give it to him. But he didn't. He didn't. Like he got done. We cuddled up and we went to sleep. And I was like, all right, cool. Like, whatever. So anyway, so the next day go, mind you, we did in between time meet to go to my grandpa, and like every day I see my grandpa, whatever. So the next day, it was gonna be like I told y'all, like leaving evening, nighttime, or whatever. So I was leaving the next day. So he was just like, "Did I want to do anything?" I'm like, "Nah." Like, "Oh wait, we did." So on this day, we went to this place, and it was like, mind you, I was into like real estate and real estate investing and stuff like that. So it was this little building or whatever, and he's like, "I roll past this all the time or whatever." So I'm like, all right, well, let's go inside. He like, go inside. Like, I'm like, yeah, let's go inside. Like, that's what real estate people do all the time. Like, they just be going, if it ain't locked, we gonna go inside. And it was unlocked. So I was just like, I feel like I was a breath of fresh air in his life. And he was also the same for me. I would say that in different ways. I feel like dudes that I be talking to, in some ways, I do feel like I be a breath of fresh air, and they be what I needed at that time. I kind of be just something that they never really felt before. And for me, like, even though I probably dealt with somebody like them, I just needed them in that time in my life. That's how I felt. Like, I really needed, like, right at that time. And he really had me head over heels for him. So, anyway, so we exploring the place, and I'm like, if this was mine, I would do this, I would do that. Like, yeah. So we just in there for a good 5 minutes. He's scared. Like, he like, what if somebody come? What if the cops come? I'm like, bro, like we just exploring. We ain't vandalizing. It's already like beat up or whatever. But this is what I would do. This would be this. This would be that. Whatever. So we get out and we go back to his house, and we just cut it up dang there for the rest of the day. And he just telling me like he really want to be with me, and he don't care about the distance. And I just like am motivating him to do so much. Like he just loved the way that I think. Da, 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 da. So cool. So I'm just telling him, like, at this point, I don't want us to be in a relationship. Mind you, this is actually years before me and Polar Bear situation, right? So I really wasn't too fond of like a long distance relationship, but I knew that I liked him and I was cool with like seeing him, but I didn't want to classify him as my boyfriend because I did have a little bit of something. Like I was talking to people in Atlanta, but it wasn't like nothing major at this time. So I'm just like kind of kicking game to him, like, yeah, like, I don't think we should like take it that far right now, but like, let's just continue to enjoy each other's company, like, whatever. So cool. I leave, go to Atlanta, we back in action. So basically, I want to say maybe like a month later, like he would just say little things as jokes, as like how I should be his girlfriend. If I was his girlfriend, this and that. If he was my boyfriend, this and that. Da, da, da. So I'm like, all right, well, if you really want to be my boyfriend that bad, then take a trip. Like, come to Atlanta. And he was like, I don't know if I can come to Atlanta, but you can come back to see me. So I didn't really care. Like, I didn't really care if he came or if I came, but I knew I wasn't driving again. Like, I knew I wasn't doing all of that. So he was like, I was like, well, book my flight. I'll come to Virginia, book my flight. And he was like, you're not my girlfriend, though. And I told y'all, mind you, this probably, I want to say maybe I hate the date stuff, but I gotta tell y'all, like, this like 2-3 years into me being in Atlanta, and I'm pretty much like used to cutting ninjas off at this point. So as much as I like him, like that really annoyed me, and he doubled down on it. Like, if you was my girlfriend, I would do stuff for you, but you're not really even nothing for real. Like, I think he was trying to make me want to be his girlfriend, but with him telling me like I'm really nothing, that made me feel some type of way. And then I started thinking about how he was being weird. And it's like, okay, block. I hung up on him and blocked him. And he was hot. I know he was hot because he finally reached out to me. I want to say like 2 days later, off of a text-free number or whatever. He called me, I didn't answer. He texted me, and I ended up texting him back like, "Leave me alone, I'm not your girlfriend." So I blocked that number. He called me again like 2 days later. At this point, I answered the phone and we just talking. He like, "I wasn't saying it like that. Like, I really like you and I feel like you don't care about me." Da, 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 da. So we talking, but I will say after that situation, like we kind of drew a little bit back from each other. But let's say we still talking 2-3 days out the week. Like we still talking. You feel me? Man, I want to say a month went by. A month went by. Mind you, the conversation getting a little more dry. I'll say we'll talk to each other on the phone at least once a week. Be on the phone for like 2 hours. We still talking about our dreams. We was gonna start a trucking company together. We was gonna do real estate together. We just had plans. And our biggest thing is we wanted to have a baby. Not our biggest thing, but he had 2 boys. I had a girl, and we wanted to have a baby girl together. And so, not to say it like that, but my baby daddy don't got good hair. And I know it's this whole big debate about what good hair is. Da da da. My baby dad hair is rough. Okay, my hair is curly, it's sleek for the most part. So my son got his daddy hair. So I'm thinking to myself, like, Light Bright got silky, like his fresh haircut is giving Dominican Poppy. Like, he got these beautiful eyes. Like, I just knew our baby was gonna be cute, is what I'm trying to say. And I knew if we had a girl, like she was gonna have curly, sleek, beautiful hair. All hair matters. Please don't beat me up in the comments. I'm not saying that just because you got rough hair, it's not good hair. Hair is hair. But I'm just explaining to you that we was like really wanting to, when we get our relationship going, either I was not moving to Virginia. So whenever he felt like we was either going to be moving to North Carolina, or he was going to come to Atlanta and move the boys with him, or I don't know. We were just talking about different possibilities, but we was talking about the future. Even though I didn't want to be his girlfriend right now, we were talking about the future, having businesses and having babies. So, yeah, so it kind of died down a little bit. And I want to say like a month, if even a month later, he hit me again with the, I got to tell you something, like, we need to talk. I'm like, what? And he told me, y'all already know by the title what happened. He told me that his baby mama is pregnant. So the first thing I'm thinking is she done talk bad about your mama and your daddy and they passed away. So your baby mama must be pregnant by somebody else. So I'm low key wondering why you want to talk to me about this, because I don't got no ties to your baby mama, like, and you only got 2 little ties to her. You really should be cool outside of that. So why would you even care if she pregnant? But y'all know that's not the way it go. It wouldn't be a story time if it didn't go left instead of going right. So he like, nah, like, it's my baby. And I'm like, what you mean? He like, it's my baby. Like, it was only one time. Like, I don't know why I did it. Like, she came over my house crying and this and that. Da, da, da. And I'm just like, wait, what? Like, he's trying to explain, and I'm still stuck on the first thing that you said, that it was your baby. So I'm like, wait, that's your baby? Like, what you mean? Like the twins, the boys? Like, wait, what we talking about? So he like, nah, like, I slept with her again, and she begged me not to use protection. So I didn't. I don't know why. Like, but I just want to keep it real with you. Da 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 da. And basically trying to say, like, can we continue to do what we doing? Like, nigga, no. What is you talking about? The first two, even though they was fresh, they was before you even knew I existed in life. So I can take that. But the fact that me and you are not on cloud nine, we on like cloud five because we still talking and still no animosity. It's just that we not in the honeymoon phase no more because we did have a little rough patch real quick. But you never said that you didn't want to be with me. You never, or not like we was together, but you never said like nothing. So for you to come with me, come to me talking about your baby mama pregnant by you, I said, oh no. I was like, I hope y'all have a good family. I hope that y'all work it out. Like at this point, y'all about to have 3 kids together. Like I hope that y'all work it out. So cool. At this point, I will say, like, I was doing my own thing out in Atlanta. So I was mad at him, but I wasn't like that mad at him until months later. Now, mind you, we're not talking really for real, but he on Instagram. He got me on Instagram. So we not really texting, but he always reacts to my stories. So I guess it's when he first found out about the gender and he calls me. And he like, I miss you so much. Like, I ruined my life. Like, I miss you so much. Like, we had so much good things planned. We could have did this. We could have did that. And I'm just like listening to him. Because at this point, I'm over him. Like, yeah, I'm cool. But when he called me, like, it kind of did bring up, like, some memories or whatever. So I'm just like, yeah, like, I really thought, like, we was rocking out and we was going to be married. Because we talked about having a farm. Like, all the things I really want to do now, like, me and him was talking about that way back then. So he was like, I really hate this. Like, I hate to tell you this, but I'm having a girl, and that should have been ours. I'm like delusional. I'm like, what? It should have been ours. Like that was supposed to be our girl. Like, I was really hoping he had a boy. I was really hoping he had a boy. Even though I knew I wasn't gonna really be with him, I was still leaving it up for because again, that wasn't my man. So, but it's like now you got 3 kids and they all fresh, and it's just like, but yeah. So, but we were still cool again because he wanted to be my boyfriend, but that wasn't my man for real. So we did periodically talk or whatever. So when he told me he was having a girl, I was like, yeah, that was supposed to be our baby. Like you really messed up. Da-da-da. And him and his baby mom was going through it her whole pregnancy, so called, right? Man, he sent me a picture of that little girl. That little girl was so pretty. That little girl was so, mind you, his sons was really, really handsome too. That little girl was so pretty. I was like, oh my gosh, it made me feel some type of way. And I didn't know, because at this point, from when he told me it was a girl, we still wasn't really talking after that. Like, he tried to text me, but I would, like, leave him on red and stuff. And then when he had the baby, I would say maybe 2 or 3 months after he had the baby, he sent me a picture of the baby. Because I made it a point not to watch his stories. Like, I didn't want to see what he had going on. He sent me a picture of that baby, and I'm like, is he doing this because he really like think we're friends, or is he doing this because he's trying to rub this in my face? Because he know how bad I wanted a little breeze. Like he knows how bad I wanted him to give me a little breeze. And this baby is so pretty. Like she looked like a little baby doll, and I'm just like, bro, like, why'd you have to mess that up for me? But yeah, so I just liked it and I said she's so beautiful or whatever. And he said it again, like she should have been ours. And I just didn't respond to him, and we never like after that. I think I blocked him. So cool. So I want to say maybe 2 years later, maybe 2, because my papa died about 2 years after my grandma. And about 2 years later, I came back to Virginia for my papa's funeral. My cousin, I believe, told him that I was there. And when I see my cousin, the one that introduced me to him, he was like, yeah, Light Bright, like he be talking about you all the time. Like he trying, see you, whatever. And I'm just like, nah, I'm cool. Like, I'm cool. I'm like, he got my number. He said, you blocked him. And at this point, I forgot that I had blocked him. So I was like, all right, tell him I'll unblock him. But I ain't trying to like link up with him or nothing, but I'll unblock him. So I unblocked him for the what y'all call it, for the plot. I unblocked him for the plot. He reached out to me, whatever. We talked back and forth a little bit. He telling me that he want to be with me, and he's so sorry, like he missed me, and he was trying to give me my space, but it's been too long, and he need his baby back ribs. So my first thing, I asked him, I said, "How many kids you got?" Because I was being funny, and he said, "LOL," and I was like, "How many kids you got?" And he was like, "I got 3 kids." ... So I'm like, ... I sent him a ... back because for him to say I got 3 kids, okay, cool. Like, I'm thinking he would have been like, I got 3 kids. But he said I got 3 kids, ... And that puzzled me. So I was playing games with him the whole time. I wasn't about to mess with this man again. Like, I'm so far gone. At this point, I think I was messing with Fetty. Like, I was not worried about, like, right. So, ... And he said I got 3 kids and 1 on the way. I was like, oh, brother.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I'm like, what? So my first and only question, I said, same baby mama? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, I hope you work it out with your family. Have a blessed night. Block. Because get off my phone. Get off my phone. Stop playing with me. Now, you didn't have a chance. But now, I don't even want to talk to you. I don't want to kick it with you. I don't want to skate with you. I don't want to do nothing. Like, this girl that's what I understand now. It's crazy when you understand a situation, but you know your situation is so different. Like, for a long time, there was no way me and my baby dad was getting back together. But I understand why people don't like to deal with women or men with kids because of the connection they can have with their baby mama, where they can hate each other on March 2nd and by April 15th they humping and making other babies. Like, I completely understand, because I was just like, yo, when I first met you, you made it clear that there was absolutely no way, like, she done took it too far. There's no way you would get back to her. And since then you had 2 kids by her. Boy, stop. Like, you cannot hardly believe nothing these niggas be talking about. I'm trying to tell you. But anyway, y'all, that's the end of the video. I think he probably reached out to me again on a text-free number like months and months later after that. But after that, I didn't respond to him. He never reached out to me again. And recently, I would say maybe 2 or 3 years. Was it? How many? No, it was like, how long my grandma been here? I want to say maybe like a year and a half, 2 years ago, when I went to go bring my grandma from Virginia to Atlanta. My cousin had helped us move, and he was talking to me about him. I'm like, nah, don't listen. I ain't giving, no, not cuz I don't care. I don't want to talk to no other your friends, because he was like, I got somebody else for you. No, I don't want nobody. Tell that boy I'm not in town. I am not around. No, thank you. But yeah, y'all, that is the time where I was dealing with this dude, and he had not 1, but 2 babies on me. Again, we wasn't really together, but still, I feel like, don't be talking to me like that, building dreams and doing all of that, and you out here humping around raw, having babies with other... Anyway, that is the end of my story time. I am always going to keep asking you, send me your story, friend. I know y'all got crazy story time. Send them to the emails. They linked in the description. Make sure you like, comment a couple times. And don't forget to hype your girl up. I always forget to say that in the beginning of the video, but hype your girl up. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.